Hey, we decided to do this live. Welcome, Menzies, to another. Oh, I know, but we put out a vote on what our audience wanted it to be called. And we're going with it.
And our audience is clearly untrustworthy.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Thank you, listener, for putting that out there. Of course, we had a vote, so that's on all of them, really. But it's been a week, and we're back. Actually, we were back late. Russ, how are you feeling?
You know what? I'm doing a little bit better, but I definitely sound like I have been smoking 2 packs a day since I was 12.
Oh, okay. Well,
so that's
you have been, but whatever.
Well,
it's neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there. It's just this is cold related.
Oh, sure. You got that vid going?
No, not this time.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I didn't know.
No, this is because I've decided to go outside without a jacket. And apparently my body reminding me that I'm not as young as I'm not in my 20s anymore. I can't just play willy-nilly with life anymore.
Yeah. Wow, that's that really concerns me because over the last few weeks, I think I've gone outside with no shirt on and no shoes and socks. And then I've also gone outside with no shoes or socks on.
What are you doing? Like what?
I'm living life to the fullest.
Clearly.
Like, I think it was Drake who said YOLO.
Is that Drake who coined YOLO?
You only live once. I'm testing it out. I'm living life.
More power to you. So obviously it shows that what you prove is that at one point you become so old that it just nothing matters anymore.
It's
I'm in the interim phase where stuff actually matters.
Yeah, it's like water on a duck's back. It just rolls off.
Yeah, it just rolls off.
It's like, nah, he's too old.
Well, have you been practicing? You got the analogy right there.
No.
Sorry.
You big meanie.
Throwing me off here.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting week. Busy, but we're here. So
we are.
So let's get into it.
All of us. John's here as well.
Yeah,
won't hear much from him.
Quiet, John. Simmer down now. So you know what? I have to go back to this topic.
Okay, what topic?
I have to go back to it.
There's a build up here.
Yeah, sorry. So, Star Wars. I watched 4 and 5.
Okay.
Over the last week. And I can't help but think that Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are responsible for Darth Vader. And Yoda. Actually, most of the masters are responsible for for Darth Vader.
Okay.
And it really bugs me now.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Because they're supposed to, feel the Force and, know good from evil. And you have Anakin sitting there being all dark and evil. He's like Robert Pattinson in the new Batman. He's angsty dark in the third one. And it's or the second and third one. I'm going in order of 1, 2, and 3. I don't know their actual names. That's why I said 4 and 5 too.
Which is A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back.
There you go. So, but he's all dark and angsty in those. And it's like, guys, how don't you see this? How don't you feel this in the Force? And it's just, and they even let the senator, Palpatine, or is that the bike?
That's the Peloton. Emperor Peloton, yes.
Peloton.
Palpatine,
there we go. And they even let him slide by somehow. And he's like the Lord Sith of Siths.
Darth Sidious, yes.
Yeah. But it's just very, I don't know. I was watching it, I was like, come on, Lucas. How didn't anybody catch him? By him, I mean Anakin, and Darth Sidious. Jeez, I just punched the table, everybody.
I don't think anybody picked it up.
Okay,
so it's good to have a little side.
I'm getting very into this.
I can tell you are very adamant.
So what's the story behind that?
The dark side clouded everything.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. That's it?
Yeah.
That's what you got.
That's how he was able to. Palpatine snuck his way in. Okay. He started out as just
a good old boy,
just a good old senator, and then he
don't they all just start out as a good old senator?
And much like our current state, he waited till he was quite a bit older to run for Supreme Chancellor.
Yeah, yeah. And he it's so funny because he even says in the Senate, "Give me all the power. I promise to give it back."
Yeah, that should have been the red flag there.
So, Yoda should have been like, I think not, he says. Like however Yoda speaks, whatever.
Yeah, not like that. Yeah, but
don't for the contest. Don't put Yoda with something like bells jingle. They do.
So far, Yoda has not popped up.
Thank goodness.
So you're safe for now.
Except for I just gave the audience that idea. So now we're gonna have to sing a carol backwards because what? Because why? Why not? On the 12th day of Christmas, it was. You're supposed to start with 1. I'm doing Yoda.
Just talk backwards. Have you ever seen Star Wars?
Yeah, I just told you.
I just wanted to confirm with you that if you had actually seen it or not. Seemed to be a little.
I don't know that I mentioned
loose on the facts.
Yeah, I know. Now that I mentioned, I better watch a couple more Star Wars because now somebody's gonna be like Yoda.
Let me tell you something about Master Yoda.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna throw it into the characters that we're gonna have to do for the carols that you put out.
He very well, yes.
Yeah.
He might make an appearance. We did get one so far. Mrs.
Good.
Doubtfire.
Oh, okay. So singing what? Oh, any carol?
Well, we'll pair it. Yeah, they threw out some carol ideas.
Okay. What about some Hanukkah ideas like dreidel, dreidel, dreidel?
Chris, how would do that? Is that the only one though?
No, it's not the only one.
Oh, okay. We can do some Hanukkah carols.
Good night, man.
But I thought you said Hanukkah wasn't just the Jewish Christmas. So I feel like if we try to conflate the two, we're going to confuse people more. Okay. We're sending mixed messages now.
It isn't the Jewish Christmas. It's Hanukkah. The rededication.
And what's another good Hanukkah carol?
Uh-huh. Yeah. There are a few. Like none like pop into my mind right now because they're not played as rampantly as Christmas carols.
105 The River isn't running those.
Yeah, they're not. They're like,
just right after Thanksgiving.
I didn't hear like a Bing Crosby go dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
Yes, Bing Crosby, of course, was very Jewish.
Yeah,
as we all know.
Yeah,
very Irish Jewish.
Yeah, yeah. Him and Sinatra, the Italian Jew.
Yes. It's both Italians and Irish are known for their Jewishness.
Yeah, they are.
Their traditions.
Yeah.
Well, you could grab everything from Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, sure. Why not? Wow, way to be. You could do the soundtrack from Schindler's List. You laughed a bit too hard at that, buddy.
Well, because that's not what I said. Fiddler on the Roof is quite a bit different than Schindler's List.
Yes. Is it? Have you seen both of them?
I was almost in Fiddler on the Roof, but I had to bag out. They found out I wasn't Jewish.
Yeah.
They were like, wait a second.
They're getting kicked out of Russia.
Well, yeah, but, leading up to that, it's a little different.
Oh, my goodness.
I've actually never seen Schindler's List, though.
Or Fiddler on the Roof.
I have seen Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I was talking about Fiddler on the Roof. They're getting kicked out of Russia.
Oh, yes, I'm well aware. Yes.
Schindler's List.
I was almost in Fiddler. I was almost in Fiddler on the Roof, as I mentioned. I've read through the whole script.
You look way too, air quote, healthy, end air quote, to be in Schindler's.
See, that was the problem.
Yeah.
They're like, nobody's going to buy.
That you're starving.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So back to Star Wars. Well, Steven Spielberg, he did Schindler's List.
He did.
And John Williams did the soundtrack for it, who also did the soundtrack for Star Wars.
Yeah.
So we came full circle. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You learned something new.
Connect the dots.
Connect the dots. So yeah, you know, just it was Palpatine played the long game, so he was able to shroud and the Force. You know, the power balance of the Force was tilting more towards the dark side, which made it a little bit harder for the wielders of the light to function.
Don't they all wield light?
Well, lightsabers. Technically,
Don't come at me.
Don't at me, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Fun fact, since we talked about this a little while ago.
Did we? Okay.
Kind of getting off the topic of movies. Just to tie up that idea, it was just kind of crazy watching 4 and 5 and thinking back to 1, 2, and 3, like how the dark side, like how Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Yoda and all the masters couldn't see, like look at Anakin and be like, he's a very angsty young man. I'm pretty sure he's evil.
Instead they're like, you know, let's make him the caretaker of an attractive senator.
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't know how to wear non-revealing outfits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's do that. Actually, George Lucas talks about, if I may get philosophical here.
Oh, good. Yeah, because this show is...
it's a comedy podcast. We love waxing philosophically. George Lucas actually wanted to explore the idea of how democracies fall. So that was one of the driving factors behind Star Wars.
Okay.
Was his look at that. And I think I think you can pull, like, it's easy. We can sit there in a movie and criticize everybody for how they do stuff. If you looked at how we do things in real life, it'd be like, yeah, we really don't do things a lot better. Like, stuff goes right by us and we're oblivious to it. That's incredibly obvious.
Right. And I'm not trying to criticize the movie. I just found it very weird.
It's really easy to see how it's possible when you realize that in the next presidential election, we might have a choice between the 80-year-old Joe Biden and the 80-year-old Donald Trump. Pretty easy to see, like, we do the same stupid things.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we are essentially going to vote for either the Darth Sidious or Darth Sidious. I mean,
we're either going to have Emperor Palpatine or Darth Sidious. It just
whatever.
depends.
Well, it's a bowl of crap looking in the mirror.
So yeah, again, it's really easy to look at a movie and say, well, you guys are really stupid. And then you look at real life and you're like, okay, we're also pretty stupid.
Oh, I never said stupid. I was just wondering. I was just wondering how they couldn't catch it, but that's okay because apparently we can't catch it.
We also cannot. Yeah, we also cannot catch it.
Yeah. So, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about health and smoking and
which I've just said is a good thing to do. Actually,
exactly.
It's very good for your health.
And sitting is actually the new smoking, and sugar. Sugar, fun fact, is 10
delicious.
It's 10
also
times
delicious.
more addictive than cocaine. It's easier to get off cocaine.
Says who?
What says the health committee?
What health committee?
All of them.
I'm curious to see, because have you tried cocaine?
Regular. Well, I don't want to out myself. No, I haven't.
Just for reference, he was nodding when he said that. For the FBI listening in.
Yeah. For the government.
Yeah.
Does it look like I've tried cocaine? Cocaine really does help make you skinny. I'm not that skinny.
Okay, that's what we were going for there. Gotcha.
Oh,
how do you know it?
You just wanted to out me, huh? Oh,
look at this guy.
Look at Fatso over there.
Clearly, he's having a tough time shaking the sugar.
Yeah, I am. What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I just said ha ha ha.
I thought you asked. Have you ever tried
cocaine?
Well, cocaine.
That's and you said
no. Yeah.
While nodding that you.
Oh, you asked how do I know cocaine makes you skinny? Yeah,
back there. Oh yes, I did ask that, didn't I?
I mean, when you look at people that do cocaine, they're skinny and really hyped up. They don't really eat a lot.
Know a lot of people who do
cocaine.
I do, yeah. You run in the same circles.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I feel like cocaine's
that's where all the money is, really.
I feel like that's like a wealthy person's drug.
I think it is. I think it was found in a mansion sometime not too long ago. Possibly like a big house.
It's like 1400 Pennsylvania.
Ooh. Yeah, something close around that area.
Is that the actual address? I don't actually.
It's 13. Ow! I just punched the table again.
What is up? You're getting you're getting too worked up about this.
I am. And I'm going to have a bruise swollen knuckle by the end of this podcast.
Okay, so I'm doing something that 13. I just realized I'm Googling the White House address.
Yeah.
I realized, I wonder if they flagged that. Like, oh boy, somebody's looking up the address.
It's public knowledge.
Oh, it's 1600. We were both completely off.
Well, at least I was half off.
Well, I understand it's public knowledge, but I feel like they pay attention to, oh boy.
16. Why do they want to know where 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is?
To get some cocaine. Yeah.
We're running low, guys.
That's where my dealer's at.
Hey, Hunter.
Now, if he doesn't show up when he's subpoenaed, he's probably not going to show up when you pay him.
Well, I don't know. If you're paying him for some smack,
it has to be routed through a bank account somewhere, though.
Through China.
Yes.
Oh, man, this got really political real quick.
We try to stay away from that.
Yeah.
It's a comedy podcast.
Exactly.
We only wax philosophically.
Yes. So, yeah. Try to cut sugar for a month. Let me know how it goes. You're going to be like, well, not this month because I have Christmas cookies and I have desserts. And you know what?
Why would you choose like
January?
The worst month? January. That's when you start your resolutions.
January.
It's the perfect time.
I know, but I'm going to start right out with New Year cookies.
You got New Year's, right? So you got it maybe the week after.
Okay.
The second week.
There you go.
Of January.
There you go.
But that is also, you got a lot of leftovers to work through.
Sure.
So I'm thinking we might want to push it to like the 3rd or 4th week of January. Yeah.
That's
a little ways off.
Maybe the 3rd or 4th month of the new year.
That sounds, actually, that's probably going to be a lot more reasonable. I've got a couple birthdays in the beginning there, so.
Yeah. You have to get ready for summer.
Yeah.
So, actually, I think it would be kind of fun to see you back to your dating weight / engagement weight. It's like you're a fighter.
Did my wife put you up to say
no,
this?
No.
You need to talk to him because he will not listen to me.
But it is kind of funny. It is. I mean, it happened to me too.
What do they call it? The marriage?
Oh, the marriage 50?
50?
Yes. You have the freshman 15.
The guy marriage 50?
Yeah.
Boy, what's that saying about marriage?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's because most of the time it's like the first time you're like, if you went to college, most of the time, if you were by yourself, you had roommates. But if you're a guy, you had roommates that were guys. Guys don't really cook.
Yeah.
And if they do anything, it's going to be like, I'm working out, so it's going to be like just chicken.
Bros, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to be smashing the protein powder and the pre-workouts, like it's good.
Snorting protein powder like it's cocaine. Yeah,
exactly.
All of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
Somebody's going to bust
it into the blood faster.
Exactly. So then you get married and you have your beautiful young bride and she's like, let me cook for you. And you're like, I haven't eaten in 4 years. And she's like, well, here. And sets down this great, of course, no recipe is 2 servings. One for you, one for her. It's all 4, 6, 8.
Yeah.
So she makes the 4. And you're like, that was delicious. Because you're trying to be nice. So you eat the second one, and you're like, you know what? If you're not going to eat the last one, I'll have it. So the first year of marriage is the marriage 50 or marriage 50.
You're like, like a feast.
Yeah, it is because your wife's trying to make you happy. You're trying to make your wife happy. You just eat whatever.
Which is impossible.
Exactly.
Is what we all know.
Yes. So you just eat anything that she puts in front of you. And I went from I think 2:30 to 270 in my
You
first
can
year of
tell,
marriage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your first year. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little. Sorry, my
Yeah.
bad. You
And I was
look
like,
great.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not 270 anymore.
Oh, okay.
Big jerk.
Going up, huh?
But it's a real thing. And also, why is it that men's biology is set on like tropical heat,
Yeah.
and women are set on Arctic freeze?
It's like they were never meant. It's like we're never meant to meet in the middle to really
Yeah.
be together because one of us wants the thermostat set at 80. The other would like the air conditioning running year round.
Yeah, exactly. Year round. Yeah, no, because the other night, laying in bed with my wife, and I go, "Hey babe, can you scratch my back?" And she goes, "I guess." I'm like, "Okay, you don't have to if you don't want to." I'm like, "But if you will, or if you're willing to, please." She goes, "Okay." Her fingertips touched my back, and I went into instant shock.
They're like icicles.
Yes. And she giggled, put her toes on my legs, and I revisited the shock.
That is sadistic.
And she is cackling behind me.
She thinks it's the funniest thing in the world.
I know. She goes, "I told you I'm cold all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, go do something. Go be active." She goes, "I'm always active. Go work out. Get the blood flowing or something." And she goes, "But you're so warm." I'm like, "Yes. Please don't touch me."
That's a problem. You think that is a good thing. Yeah. That's not a good thing.
If I'm sweating with just the sheet on, and it's winter time, roughly, it's freezing outside, literally, and I'm still this warm, I should tell you something. Like, yeah. Just your fingertips need to touch my back. Nothing else. So, yeah, I was about to fall asleep, and she touched me, and I was like, well, I'm awake now. So,
yes.
I find that very, I find that very weird how...
Why? Yeah, why was it created that way?
Yeah, it's like...
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's your other half. It's the half that you wish you were because they're always cold. Like,
can I have that,
yeah,
please?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you make a guy who's just super cold all the time?
I don't think I've ever met really... I don't think I've really met a guy that's been like, are you cold? Because I'm freezing. No, dude.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Like,
that is not how it works.
Well, what are you talking about?
My wife loves to have the fireplace going.
Like all the time?
If she could, she would have it going all the time.
But you have to cut the wood, so...
No, it's gas. We live in the 21st century. If I had to... The amount of time... If I had to... There would be no possible way, because I would not be able... I'd take my whole morning making a fire to enjoy it for a couple of minutes... And then somebody would have to, wait around for it to burn down a little bit. All I would be doing would be making fires.
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. You're like, no, that takes work. I have
absolutely
gas.
Ridiculous. Yeah, this is the 21st century.
I flip a switch and it's on.
I'm waiting for them to, which I'm sure they probably do have this, but a smart one that I can just do from my phone. But I don't have that. I don't have the capability.
Holy cow!
Somebody needs to get on that. Where's Bezos?
We're gonna be.
Where's Musk? Get him on that.
An electric
Tesla fireplace.
A Tesla fireplace. Yeah, there you go. It's renewable energy. I don't know.
It's wind-powered fire.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I mean, every fire needs oxygen,
it does.
So it makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
So she turns on, the fire, going back to the
fire.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, so she has the fire. But then, then when the fire's on, I turn down the heat in the house because...
Yeah, you don't need two sources. Right.
But every time she leaves the zone of the... So he's like, it is freezing in here. There's no winning.
When she leaves the heat zone, she's freezing. That's when you look at her and you just go, babe, I love you. You had just walked away from a fire.
Yeah. I'm not going to... I can't have the house feeling like a fire
all of the time.
in the entire place.
Yeah.
First off, it's scientifically proven that you sleep better in the cold.
Exactly. I tell my wife that all of the time, and she goes, "Well, I should sleep like a baby then." I'm like, most of the time, you're out before I am, and I'm falling asleep walking down the stairs. You lay in bed.
Does your wife fall asleep quicker than you?
Oh,
I don't understand that either.
Oh my goodness, it is.
I don't understand that either. I'll be laying there and like she's out.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's gonna take me another 30 minutes to fall asleep.
I'll look at the clock and be like, all right, 2.5 hours. Here we go.
How is that? Yeah. And she's just like, whoop.
Yep. It baffles my mind. And my wife goes, I just relax and shut my eyes. What do you think I do?
Must be nice. Apparently I don't relax.
Yeah.
I shut my eyes.
I shut my eyes. I mean, of course, I have like 1,000 things going through my head. And she goes, why
That's the problem from, yeah.
And a lot of times, and I know it's terrible, a lot of times I have to like watch something or listen to something so that my thoughts are
voices in
down.
your head die down a little bit.
All the voices. I like how you said noises to make it sound like I'm not insane. I appreciate that.
No, I said voices.
Oh, you did say
voices?
voices?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did say voices.
Yeah, all the voices.
It's just my smoker voice.
Yeah. Get that old school radio announcer going. I like it. Yeah. Just to quiet down all the voices, like shh, 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 shh. Let's watch The Matrix for 100th time this week.
Look, they're killing people on TV, so I don't have to in real life. Voices.
Yeah, like just calm down. But yeah, I'll sit there and the opening credits will go, and my wife's asleep, and I know that she's asleep because she snores. So
Women don't snore.
oh my,
At least that's what they tell everybody.
Oh my goodness, my wife cracks me up from time to time.
Should you be telling this story?
Oh, I don't.
Because this is the story to wrap up this episode.
Okay, so
is this the last of your life?
Yeah, this might be. It was good being on the podcast. So, from time to time, she'll hit a snore so loud it will wake her up. But when
I feel like you have told this before. It never gets old.
But when she wakes herself up with that loud snort, she hits me and says, "Be quiet, the kids are sleeping." And I'm sitting there, I'm still. And I'm like, I didn't make a noise, babe. You snored yourself awake.
All you.
Like, that was you. So I might not be here next week.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fitting.
If you guys want to see if I'm back next week, or even for the next episode maybe, make sure you tune in to the Menacing Podcast on any platform that hosts podcasts. You know, iTunes, Spotify, which hosts us, or is our platform.
Yes.
Just
They
wherever.
host us. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
okay. Wherever you can find a podcast, look us up. Also, if you want to check in to see if I'm still alive, you can email the show, menacingpodcast@gmail.com, or hit us up on X, formerly known as Twitter. Wrong artist. At Menacing Podcast, and or Facebook at Menacing Podcast. And until next episode, which I'm hoping to be here, we'll see you later.